Hello and welcome to the video portion of quantum key distribution. My name is Hunter Rath and I'm a graduate student at the University of Dallas. To start off, I thought we should do a quick overview of quantum key distribution so you can get a visual representation on how it actually works. In quantum key distribution, Alice sends Bob a key using photons that have been polarized in either a rectilinear or diagonal basis. Bob then reads the qubits, which translate into the key. If Eve intercepts the communication, the quantum state will be destroyed on the qubit, alerting Alice and Bob of the eavesdropping. Because Bob does not know the quantum state that Alice sent the qubits in, he must guess as he receives the message. After the message is completed, they will compare notes as to which ones were measured correctly, which will be used for the key, and which ones were measured incorrectly, which will be thrown out. On average, this is about half of the qubits that are sent. The first kind of attack we will talk about is known as the number splitting attack. In an ideal situation, Alice and Bob will communicate by sending only a single photon across the medium, meaning that Eve would be unable to intercept any information without actually changing the qubit. However, in practice, Alice's laser that she uses to send photons to Bob will sometimes send out 2 or 3 photons, which Eve would be able to peel off and read without the knowledge of Alice and Bob, thus allowing Eve to intercept some of the communication without producing any errors in the signal. Next, we will discuss the timing attack. Because the medium that Alice and Bob use to communicate frequently has noise in it, Alice and Bob must also communicate timing information so they can determine which bit is the actual communication and which bit is just background noise. When the signal enters Bob's machine, it will be split between either a rectilinear or diagonal sensor. Because there is a distance difference between these two sensors, a time delay will be introduced into the signal, which can then be measured by Eve to determine which sensor the signal went through and also determine part of the key. This first graph here shows that there is a real time delay between each detector, which is measured in nanoseconds, that can be determined by Eve through the publicly available timing information. This graph shows the expected amount of information that can be determined based off of a uncompensated time delay. As you can see, at 0.5 of a nanosecond or 500 picoseconds, you can receive about 25% of the message, and it goes up very quickly from there for small increments of time delay within the system.